The seascape is filled with serenity and beauty in each direction. Nature in one of its finest forms. It is in this world that Lauro Saraspi has lived a life of grueling, physical, hard work day after day.
My back hurts right now, but you know, there's not too many people at 78 years old are going to be doing this.
Amazing. I'll get choked up. He's a lucky guy.
Over the years, the lobsters have gotten smaller, the fish not as plentiful as they once were, the cost of business and regulation consistently on the rise. It may be a trade of diminishing returns, but Lauro has seen the changes and survived them all.
I have a lot of fish stories, a lot.
Spend time with him, and it is as if you are with a man from a different era.
Watch out! He's gonna bite! Oh my God! We gotta let him go! We have to let him go! We have to! Ow!
At my age, it's hard to bend over to put your boots on.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning and most of the world is still asleep. Lauro leaves his home in Pacific Beach, California, headed to the marina at Mission Bay like he has countless times before.
I feel like it's cops or something. Put everything on the boat yesterday, so we didn't have to do it this morning. Styrofoam.
Quivira Basin is a home away from home. Naturally, Lauro is first to arrive, along with his first mate, John Cook.
Jeff, Jeff, John, Jeff, Jeff and John, John and Jeff.
Charlie. And on this day, October 12th, 2013, some special guests. Lauro's daughter Elizabeth, son-in-law Steve, and Pearl.
Look who it is, Pearl.
Hey, Pearl. Hey, Pearl, what are you doing?
With the bait and boat prepped and ready, another journey is set to begin.
Here, I think I'll fire off now.
So it's time to go?
Yeah, it looks like it's getting light, huh? How about it, John?
Sure.
It's time to go.
Still runs.
See you later, Richard.
I know, the old fat man of the sea.
There you go.
Have a good one.
A little breezy already. I can't believe it. But there's a little breeze coming from the south.
October is an exciting time in the life of a lobster fisherman. The start of the season brings with it the possibility of a bountiful harvest. Traps filled with fat and meaty legals ready for market. But then again, it's fishing.
Who knows? It's a weatherman's guess. It's called patience. A lot of patience. 20 foot deep here. 20 foot, 15 foot, not very deep. Keep the honest people out of our traps. So far, it's slow, very slow. We've had bad weather, we've had big swells, just about everything. Normally, we'd be getting 2 or 3 legals out of every trap. This is legal here.
A legal lobster is 3 1/4 inch between the back and the eyes. So far this season, and on this day in particular, the legals have been tough to come by.
Just a lot of shorts. Okay, John, let her go gently.
But getting discouraged is just not in his DNA.
Oh, not at all. No, it's fun. It's fun. You never know what you're going to get, Jeff. You never know. I know one thing. You got to take the good with the bad, and this is bad. That's the whole key. We're having fun, huh, John? Yeah, we are every day. You have your good days and your bad days, but what's fortunate now is, if I don't want to get up in the morning and go fishing, I don't have to. Typically, every day is a good day when you're out here doing this. I think, anyway. At my age, should I be doing this? Who knows? I don't know.
Lauro is 78 years old, still pulling the traps, hacking the kelp, and still getting excited with every good catch.
There's $40 for the morning. Uh-oh, there's $60 for the morning. Success! Dinner! Dinner for 4.
His romance with the sea began decades ago. Lauro was born and raised in San Diego. His father, a World War II veteran in the Navy, was stationed in National City south of downtown. In 1944, the family, including Lauro and his 2 brothers, moved to Pacific Beach.
On a trolley car. Yeah. There was no buses and no cabs in. On a trolley car. You knew everybody. Everybody knew you and you knew everybody. Of course, I was only 8 years old, but it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I mean, we went down to the beach and stayed all day, all by ourselves, We went beach combing. You did everything you wanted to do with no problems. Surfed, went diving, abalone diving, lobster diving, spear fishing. That's what we did, for fun. That's what the kids did.
After graduation from La Jolla High, a football scholarship awaited at the University of Arizona in Tucson.
But when I went to Arizona, it was 113 degrees, and I said, this isn't for me.
It was back to San Diego, City College for 2 years, followed by a stint in the Army in the late 50s, stationed in Korea. Then back to State College, what is now San Diego State University. But all along there was fishing on the side, a few $100s here and there, until it soon became clear this was much more than a hobby. It was a career.
It was just fun doing it. And it was a nice way, and there was no problems. You were your own boss. No one told you what to do, when to come home, when to work, when not to work, Yeah. That was your decisions. Well, I've done a good job, and I know how to catch. If there's something to be caught, I know how to catch it.
Lobster, tuna, sea bass, swordfish, marlin, crab. If it's in the ocean, it's ended up in Lauro's boat. At one point, good fishing led to opportunity in the restaurant business. In the early 70s, Lauro and his brother-in-law started World Famous in Pacific Beach. While no longer in the family, it remains a PB institution. But there is no albacore, no thrasher shark, no barracuda that compares to the greatest catch Lauro ever made, back when he was a teenager.
Right now it's between flowers, so it's not looking its best. And this right here is also my area where I put flowers in.
Tony Gilardi's family moved to PB from Detroit in 1950. In the summer of '52, she was 15.
And I was at a home not far from here, outside playing with other young people, and he came up selling abalone. And he was in some sort of, were you in your red car, honey?
My 44 convertible.
And all I remember seeing is some really dark-skinned, dark-haired, slender guy. And after that, I never thought about it, never you know, it just wasn't on my radar, so to speak.
But she was on his. The pursuit and courtship finally led to a wedding in 1960. By that point, Laura was also married to the sea, which was just fine by Tony.
For me, it wasn't about him being a fisherman and should I marry a fisherman. It was, for me, about being in love, and he happened to be a fisherman. So I didn't hesitate thinking, marry a fisherman? Maybe not. No, that was never a question for me. Once I fell in love with him, that was it. I didn't care to meet anyone else. Followed my heart. That's it.
It wasn't long before kids were keeping them busy. Elizabeth, Andy, and Alexandra. When they weren't running around having fun on land, they would go out on the ocean with Dad on week-long trips in the summertime, sword fishing.
Going out to San Clemente Island on the big boat and getting up early, you know, going down to the bunks and sleeping, waking up, you're there, you know, not even thinking about it.
Liz is the oldest of the three. She and her husband Steve, who met in high school just like Laura and Tony, own PB Certified Auto on Cass Street, a neighborhood gathering spot where they really do know everyone's name.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so, you know, all his kids turned out really good, and I grabbed one of them early on.
Smart man.
Yeah, you know, I'd say lucky.
Alexandra lives with her family in Los Angeles, and Andy, the only boy, is a commercial fisherman in San Diego just like his dad. Andy's son Charlie is also a rising star with a rod and reel. Liz has clear memories of what it was like when Dad would come home after a long business trip.
Go to the top of the hill, and you could see down Dawes Street where he'd keep his boat. And you could see the boat like coming around the corner, and, you know, we'd run home, get in the car, go down to the dock, see what Dad caught. You know, that was everything. He loves fishing. I mean, he just loves it. He just loves being out here. He loves catching a fish as if it was, you know, his first fish. I think he still feels that feeling, you know? What he has and how he feels just comes out, and you're drawn into that. Like, maybe I want a piece of that, you know? He's lucky. We're all lucky, you know? He's a lucky guy. You know, he's always there for all of us. He's my dad. What else can you say? You know, best dad ever.
He's taught me so much. It's just a gift to be around the man, you know? So...
Oh! How about that? Chafe, see?
Steve did some fishing in his day, but he'll be the first to tell you he didn't have the passion and love for it his father-in-law did, and still does.
Just like his joy every time he sees a fish. It's just like contagious. Color, big fish, 4-banger, 5-banger, you know? It's something that you don't see in your everyday average guy that's going to work. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what makes it special when your office is the Pacific Ocean and, you know, your lighting's the sun.
I was hoping that we were going to do a lot better than this today to show you what we can do, but it's slow, but guess what? God will be with you.
Liz was right. The day was young. Lauro knows when to fold them, but he also knows better than most that persistence and patience are central to the fishing game. And as is often the case, things that day started going Lauro's way.
Things are looking better. We definitely got dinner. There's a $30 bill. One is better than none, I'll tell you that. Beginner's luck. Beginner's luck. It's a good day. What are you going to do? You know, I caught $400 or $500 worth of lobsters. It's what time? 10 o'clock? So what do you think? It's okay. You know, I mean, we got out here and did what we had to do. You know.
It's great. Every day's a fun day. You never know what's going to come up, and I can't wait to get to work. Yeah. Well, man, to be respected, and geez, he knows the fishing game better than anybody. That's his ocean out there. Place we go, somebody knows him. We go to Home Depot, people know him. People come up, honk, wave to him. I go, who's that? He goes, I don't know. I don't know.
Celebrity, huh?
Oh, big time. Yeah. Everywhere we go.
The fruits of Lauro's labor are welcome at markets across San Diego, including El Pescador in La Jolla.
Yeah, he's mellow to do business with. He doesn't try, and a lot of guys will call him, like, what's the price? What are you paying for this? He's just like, whatever you want to give me. Like, it makes it enjoyable. And we all love him around here. He's super fun. When he comes around, everyone wants to talk to him. It's like probably one of the last from that era that's still out there doing what he does, and still strong and fun, good sense of humor. He's seen so much more than like regular any of us will see in a lifetime.
That's the end of a day's work. What are you going to do, Charlie?
He's old school. Like he's the real deal. His whole family just right on down the line. Same thing. Just good people. He's just one of those people, like, if you can be like that guy someday, I want to be like that. That make sense?
Yes, it does.
He's a good dude.
A throwback, a legend, an old cowboy of the sea still riding the range of the Pacific like his forebears from long ago, creating a living, breathing portrait bursting with vivid color, irresistible style, and true bliss.
It was a happy time, you know, and it still is. I still do what I want to do. There's no one that tells me what to do. You know, if I want to get up in the morning and go